I'm trying to lose 20 pounds fast for spring, but I don't want to put in a lot of time and energy to do it. So I'm gonna be making these 3 lazy rice cake meals this week to help me lose fat without putting in a lot of effort. They're super tasty and filling and really quick and easy to make. Because of those things, lazy meals like these help me stay on track and lose 130 pounds. And I've kept it off for 11 years, but I'm gonna be making 2 savory meals and 1 sweet one. For the savory meals, I'm gonna be doing tuna with dill pickle rice cakes. Then I'm gonna be making pizza rice cakes with carrots and dip on the side. And for the sweet meal, I'm gonna be making Rocky Road rice cakes. I'm starting with the tuna and dill pickle ones, so this is what you're gonna need, cute bunny. Before I get into it, if you want to support the channel and you think you can handle more of this and cute sassy, we have channel memberships. So if you want to click the join button, you can become a member of the Cute Heart Club and you'll get some cool bonus videos, including workouts and exclusive recipes that you can't get anywhere else on the channel or in our ebooks. Plus, you'll get some baller custom emojis. So what you're gonna need is some salt and pepper to taste, 1 teaspoon of mustard, and I'm using regular yellow mustard, the Great Value one from Walmart. 2 tablespoons of light mayo, and I'm using the Hellmann's Half the Fat. Then we need a can of tuna that has been drained. I'm using the Clover Leaf Flaked Light Tuna, the Skipjack one in water. And we also need 2 baby dill pickles chopped, and we like the Great Value Baby Dill Tangy No Garlic. And then I'm gonna be making 2 meals out of this, 1 for me and 1 for Sassy. So we're also gonna need some sides, 1 cup of sliced cucumbers that has been divided into 1/2 cup each, and I have it on our plates already. And then we're gonna need 26 mini rice cakes, dill pickle ones, that have been divided into 13 each. And I'm using the Quaker Crispy Minis, the crunchy dill flavor. And I just want to say one thing here. These are minis, crispy minis. These are also called crispy minis, but they're not minis. What the f? Let's get started. I've got the dill pickle and the tuna already in the bowl. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper and some salt to taste. I like a little more salt than pepper in my tuna. And then I'm gonna do the mustard and the mayo. I had a spatula for this, but fingers gets in there better. That's what she said. Now, we're gonna mix this all together until it's really well combined. And my days are like super crazy long and busy, and I'm often really tired and don't have a lot of energy to cook. So I really like having a bunch of lazy meals like these in my repertoire because it makes it really easy for me to stay on track no matter how tired I am. And I really love making meals with rice cakes because they're low calorie and they're really easy to use. And they have a bunch of sweet and savory flavors, and that allows me to satisfy like any craving I'm having while still staying in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Nice and mixed up. So now what I'm gonna do is divide this into the 2 little bowls that I got over here. And I'm gonna start with a 1/3 cup each, and then I'll go from there. So I just like to use my spoon. Try to get this level to make sure we get an even amount. Just scoop that in. And I love the rice cakes for dipping into the tuna. Makes a really great lunch. And I'm gonna be eating this for lunch today. And then I'm gonna show you the pizza rice cakes for the dinner when we make dinner later.
Oh yeah, bud.
Okay, so perfect 1/3 cup each. Perfect level 1/3 cup each. That's great. There is a perfect, tasty, quick, filling lunch, my buds. Okay, so this makes 2 servings. Per serving, it's 207 calories, 8 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbs and 15 grams of protein.
Only 200 and something calories?
Isn't that amazing?
Crazy.
Tuna is such a great like low calorie protein. And then the rice cakes, like look how many you get. And it's a beautiful, tasty, filling lunch. I like to keep my lunch lower calorie because I like to have a higher calorie dinner and dessert. And so this is a perfect low calorie lunch for that. So this is like how I like to do it. A dipper.
A dill pickle dipper.
That combo.
Stay tuned for pizza.
It's time to make pizza rice cakes for dinner. I'm really excited about this. So this is what we're gonna need. Some pasta sauce. This is the Great Value garlic and herb pasta sauce. And we buy pasta sauce because it's cheaper than pizza sauce. I'm gonna use 4 tablespoons total and 1 per rice cake. I'm making 4 pizza rice cakes, which is gonna be 2 servings, 2 for me and 2 for Kyle. Then we need 60 grams of shredded cheese divided into 30 grams each. And this is the Kirkland Signature Pizza Mozzarella. I love this because for a quarter cup, it's only 90 calories.
Wow.
That's super good for cheese. We need some turkey pepperoni slices. I'm using the Butterball turkey pepperoni. I need 20 of them, and I've separated them into 5s because I'm gonna put 5 on each rice cake. Then we need 2 tablespoons of bacon bits, and this is a no-name brand of fully cooked real bacon bits. I love using the real bacon bits because I get my bacon craving out without all the calories of bacon. Then we need 4 white cheddar rice cakes, and I'm using the Quaker Crispy Minis, even though they're not mini, white cheddar rice cakes.
Full normal size cakes.
Yep. Quaker full normal size white cheddar. We need 4. Then we need some ranch dressing. I'm using the Hidden Valley original ranch dressing. 2 tablespoons divided into 1 tablespoon each, and I have them in these little dipping containers. And then we need 6 ounces of baby carrots divided into 3 ounces each, and I've put them already on our plates. So now I'm just gonna lay these out, and before I start getting these cooking, if you wanna know more of exactly what I ate and did to lose my weight and keep it off, I have 4 weight loss ebooks. You can buy them all separately and use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off, or you can buy all 4 in my everything bundle for a cheaper price, then use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off the already cheaper price for a double savings. The link's down below if you wanna check it out. So I'm gonna take a tablespoon of sauce and spread it on each of the rice cakes. I have made pizza rice cakes before, but I've never air fried them. And today we're going to air fry them. So it's gonna be a really cool experiment. I read that they actually can make it crispier in the air fryer. So it's gonna be really cool to try this out. And this is like a perfect pizza crust base.
Yeah. I think the white cheddar was a great choice too to give it more flavor.
Yeah, we were going between the everything and the white cheddar, and I was kind of leaning toward white cheddar, but when we got to the grocery store, they were out of everything, so I was like, okay, that's a sign that it's white cheddar. It's gonna be the best. Okay, so that looks great. Now what I'm gonna do is sprinkle on the bacon, and what I'm gonna do is divide the 1 tablespoon between 2 rice cakes, because 2 rice cakes is gonna be a serving for Kyle and I, so 1 tablespoon divided is perfect. We'll get the perfect amount of calories. And then I'll do that.
Oh, these are gonna be loaded right up.
Yes, they are. I wanted to do like a fully loaded pepperoni, bacon pizza. I absolutely love pizza, so I'm always looking for low-calorie ways to include it in my diet, and this is gonna be absolutely perfect. So let's just put the pepperonis on now. Just go like that. And oops, that kind of fell. We'll just spread it out a little bit more. And then the one there. So I'm doing 5 per rice cake. And then I'm gonna top it with the cheese. And so I'm gonna take the 30 grams of cheese and divide it between 2 of the rice cakes. And then anything that falls, just add it back in there. And now what I like to do is just spread it out a little bit so that it melts evenly and pick up anything that fell, because I don't want to let go of any of my cheese. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm gonna do the same to this side. Okay, the pizzas are done. I'm just transferring them to a plate so that I can transition them over to the air fryer. So now what I'm gonna do is preheat my air fryer to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna air fry the pizzas for about 3 to 4 minutes. I just want the cheese to melt, and I want the rice cakes to get a little bit crispy. All right, so 350, and we're going for 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm gonna put 4 minutes up on the timer. There she is, bing. All right, these are preheated. So I'm gonna pop the pizzas in. Try to put them in a single layer here. There we go. That looks good. Okay, I'm gonna check on them at about 2 minutes just to see how they're doing, and then I'll let you know how much time total it took to cook. All right, so it's been 3 minutes and these look perfectly done.
Smells like great pizza.
It does. And you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. We were like joking that what if it looks like popcorn when we pull it out of the air fryer?
They do go fast, like you can see on the side, it's starting to brown up.
Yeah, so 350 was the perfect temperature, because normally we cook our low-calorie pizzas in the air fryer at 390, but 350 was perfect for
350, 3 minutes.
Yep, 350, 3 minutes, bud. Look at that. All right, this makes 2 servings. Per serving, which is 2 pizza rice cakes, 1 tablespoon of ranch, and 3 ounces of carrots. It's 386 calories, 21 grams of fat, 32 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of protein.
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing. Under 400 calories for a pizza dinner. That's pretty baller, bud. So let's try one of these.
Gonna be hot. Careful.
Careful. It's pretty good, actually.
Crispy crust, cheese pull.
It does. Wow. It does make it more crispy.
Really? Like obviously we know an air fryer crisps it, but sometimes things get weird in there. You know?
Nope, it made it really good. And I love the white cheddar. It kind of got warm in there and it adds to the flavor of the pizza, which is what I was hoping.
Nice.
Wow, you guys need to try this. Like air fryer rice cakes with like made into pizza. This is, you gotta do it. Wow. You're gonna love it.
That looks awesome.
I'm gonna do that more often. Rocky Road rice cakes entering the stage. Okay, this is what we're gonna need. 6 grams of chopped peanuts divided into 3 grams each because I'm making 1 for me and 1 for Kyle. I'm using the Great Value roasted and salted peanuts and I just chopped them up a bit. And then I weighed them after I chopped them. 1 tablespoon of mini marshmallows divided into 1/2 tablespoon each. And I'm using these jet puffed marshmallows from Walmart. 2 caramel corn rice cakes. And we are using the caramel corn Quaker ones, full size cakes, buddy. And 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter. I'm using the PB&Me no sugar added one from Costco. I prefer the original one because it's sweeter, but Costco has like them in the big tubs, so that's what I've been buying. We need 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips divided into 1 tablespoon each, and I've put them in heat-safe dishes because I'm gonna be melting the chocolate chips in these in the microwave, and I'm using the Hershey's Chip-Its that we get from Costco. We need 1/2 cup of plain fat-free Greek yogurt, and I'm using the Scottadakis one from Costco. And in the same bowl, I have 2 tablespoons of marshmallow fluff, and I got this from Walmart, and you find it in the baking aisle. And then we need 15 grams of protein powder. I'm using this one, HTLT Seps Casein and Whey Protein Powder in the maple cookie flavor, because this literally, it transforms plain Greek yogurt into the best dessert you will ever taste. Plus, I feel like the maple really brings out the peanut butter flavor, and it just makes a really great combo whenever I use powdered peanut butter. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below if you want to get some. So now what I'm gonna do is mix the yogurt and the marshmallow fluff until they're really well combined. And if you've never worked with marshmallow fluff before, it's sticky and it is gonna make some lumps, and that's normal, so don't worry about it. Just try to mix it the best you can. I like to use the back of my spoon to mash up any lumps that I see, but it is totally normal for it to be lumpy and sticky. Now I'm gonna add the dry ingredients, the protein powder, and the powdered peanut butter. And now I'll just mash this in here until everything is well combined. This is gonna make a really cool texture, like a really thick peanut butter layer. And then, oh, it smells great. You guys are gonna love this if you never had rice cake desserts before. So now what I'm gonna do, take my rice cakes and I'm gonna divide the mixture between the two of them. So I'm gonna do 1/4 of a cup to start and then go from there. What I like to do is scoop it on and then use the back of my spoon to spread it. Like that. And it looks like we'll have a little bit extra to divide. Just scoop this out really well here. Okay, and then anything left in the bowl, I'll divide it as evenly as I can. I'm gonna make like a fairly flat surface just for the chocolate to go on once we melt it. And then there's a good amount left, so I'm gonna do a spoon like this for that one. And then I'll do the same for the other one, and then Kyle and I can just lick the bowl after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, so spread it as, flat as you can, just to have a flat surface for the chocolate to spread on top. I'm gonna melt the chocolate in the microwave, and I'm gonna do it 1 serving at a time just to make sure it melts really well. What I like to do is I put it in the microwave for a minute, but halfway through at 30 seconds, I check on it and I stir it, and then usually a minute total is what it takes to melt these. Okay, that's been a minute. It's nice and melty. Now what I'm gonna do is pour as much of this as I can on top of the peanut butter mixture. And then anything left in the bowl, Kyle and I always lick it. We don't let anything go to waste. Okay, so get that. And then what you do is you just spread it as evenly as you can. All the way around. All the way to the edges as much as you can. There we go. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is sprinkle the chopped peanuts on here. And then the marshmallows. Just like that. And I'm gonna go get the other chocolate to put on there. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, put them on plates, and I'm gonna freeze these so that the chocolate will set. I'm gonna freeze them for 5 minutes, and then we'll rock and roll, bud. Look at this dessert, buds. You're gonna love this, bud. You are. Okay, so this makes 2 servings per serving, which is 1 rice cake with all the beautiful bajingas on there. It's 249 calories, 7 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of protein.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, look at that. So it's set really nicely for 5 minutes in the freezer. And now we're gonna have a bite. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't